you know, the kids' sports, you got to give them credit. They played a really hard game. They played really aggressive. They played really physical. And I think a lot of shots that we've made all year around the basket were got fouled on. They didn't seem to go in our favor. And yeah, they played a really hard game. They beat us to a lot of loose balls early, kind of set the tone, took it to the basket on us early. We were a little bit back on our heels for the first time in really months. Yeah, I think, you know, we settled in and thought at halftime that, you know, we were where we needed to be. But, you know, like the things that seem to have always gotten us going early in the second half, like we get to the basket, you know, we don't get it. We get the offensive rebound and we miss that too. It's like, you know, that was almost like, like that's supposed to go in. And we didn't make that little 6-0, 8-0 spurt to start the second quarter or third quarter, second half like we had been doing. And then it was just a fight back and forth, and it came down to, you know, one shot going in either way, one call going your direction, not going your direction. And yeah, that's ultimately, you know, it wasn't one thing, it was a bunch of things, and they played very well. They played very hard.
I definitely think Cortland executed their defensive game plan this time around, and that's where I feel like we kind of struggled. When we were, they guarded me a lot differently, I feel like, than they did previously the other times. Like they were closing in a lot more, but then it kind of got us out of our game, and we weren't really moving well off of that, which I think is something that we need to work on going forward. But yeah, I feel like that was the main difference. Also, I feel like they came out with a stronger intensity. We usually have that. We come out with that intensity, and it kind of shuts other teams down, but they matched us quick with that. So. Yeah, I feel like I was getting to the basket really well in transition in the first half. The second half, we were trying to get it inside a little bit more. Kind of like Coach said, things that we were like, oh, that should went in. They weren't falling our way. Yeah, I was trying to get everyone else really involved in the game too. You know, our bigs getting points around the basket. You know, trying to get our shooters hot. That didn't exactly happen today the way we had hoped, but yeah.
And obviously, Naya had a great game, especially rebounding-wise and just around the basket. What made her just difficult to defend today? Yeah,
she's a tough girl to defend. You know, she posts up and she could shoot, so you need a pretty versatile defender to guard her. And you know, they do a lot of screening and cuts and back cuts and stuff like that. So there's a lot of switching for us, and I feel like our communication wasn't to the level that it needed to be today. And you know, they kind of got some easy looks at off of that.
And then, Jamie, hopefully you're not done. What's just the outlook for this team, hopefully potentially getting another chance in the NCAA tournament?
Hear people talking about like, you know, sometimes you need a loss to refocus you or something. Maybe that'll be the case for us. You know, I don't think that we lacked focus. We just were a little bit on our heels. I'm not sure exactly why. Again, you got to give credit to Cortland. You know, there's not time for a possession here, a possession there to say like, oh well, now we're ready. And we had a lot of those in a lot of different ways, both from an effort and a intensity and an execution standpoint. So you know, we'll need to be ready for the urgency of the, you know, win and go home situation that it definitely will be, and hopefully it wasn't today, but we'll find that out Monday.